All right, welcome everyone to my Garage Winery. I'm your host, C. Miles Robbie. Let's make some wine. So this channel is all about the process of winemaking in small confined spaces. And I happen to be situated in the United Kingdom and in a very cold area of the United Kingdom that doesn't have a lot of sunlight, so I'm not able to grow my own grapes. So we're going to import our grapes. And the first challenge is going to be set up a winery to make white wine. So why white wine, do you ask? Well, first thing is I have a passion for white wine. I also have a passion for red wine. However, there's lots of videos dedicated to red wine making. Now we're going to do some red wine making in here as well, don't get me wrong, but I thought let's start with something that's not out there as much, which is the white wine making. And in my opinion, white wine making is as hard, if not harder, than red wine making, and that's because you got to control the atmosphere when you're making this. You've got to control everything to do with air and oxidation. All right, try to bring out the aroma of the grapes. So that's what we're going to do. I've just ordered in a whole whack of equipment and also scavenged for some equipment, so I'm going to take you on a tour of my Garage Winery. Come on and join me. Okay folks, so here's my garage. It's tiny. This is normally what you get if you get a garage at all in the United Kingdom. We just don't have as much space here as North America. And I've just started to stock the garage over the last week or two with bits and bobs that we're going to need to make some wine. So what have I got? Well, I've got a variable capacity tank here, which will be our fermentation vat and also our aging vat. You can see that it's 110 liters, so we can hold quite a lot. And here we go is a top view where you've got a lid. Now that lid can move up and down depending on the capacity or the volume of liquid in the tank. And the first job, which I'm going to take you on with me, will be installing this chiller loop. We've got to put this cooling loop into this vat so that the inlet and the outlet stick out through the top of the vat and everything is still sealed and airtight, so we can ferment in this but control the temperature. Now I scavenged from where I work a little circulating unit, so it's a little glycol chiller that'll be used to control the temperature. Got a couple demijohns as well, they always come in handy, and then I've got a big blue barrel, and then a whole bunch of little bits and bobs and pieces. And also I've got a sink that somehow in the next 2 days I've got to install so that we've got some running water in here. So it's going to be quite an interesting couple days. And if you follow along with me, what you're going to see is that hopefully, fingers crossed, in a couple days I've got the rest of my equipment coming. It's on its way right now from Italy where I ordered it. It's just exited Germany and it's on its way to the UK. Hopefully it shows up soon. If it does, we can make some wine. So I've got my fruit press in there, I've got my crusher destemmer, and I've got a filter as well that we're going to need to make the white wine. So hopefully that'll arrive, and then in a couple days time, also from Italy, we're going to be getting some white grapes. Now I don't have much control over the type of grape that we can get, and that's because of the COVID crisis at the moment. So what I've opted for from Italy is the Trebbiano grape. Now Trebbiano's is probably the most grown grape in Italy and France. France grows it for cognac, I'm assuming, and Italy grows it as a blending grape for blending various white wines. On its own, it's a beautiful grape. The region where it's coming from tends to give stone fruit flavors. Okay, so you get that on the nose and you also get it on the palate. So we're going to go with the Trebbiano grape, and let's try to bring out the flavor and the aroma of that grape as best we can. So let's let the grape speak for itself and we'll just try and craft around it. Now it'll be interesting to see what shape they're in when they get here, because they will be traveling for a total of 4 days from pick to curbside delivery. So I'm not sure what shape, what condition they're going to be in, but just follow along with me and we'll see. So thanks for joining me. My Garage Winery, let's make some wine.